Hey there friends, welcome to the Amazing Brick Network. My name's Tori Favreau. Today we're opening up 75267, the Mandalorian Battle Pack. We recently gave that set away and I wanted to show you the actual build itself. So we're going to speed everything up so as you don't have to sit here the entire time. The build itself took approximately 28 minutes with me fooling around and generally just having a bit of fun as I always do. If you haven't during this build, please click on the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so as you don't miss out on a beat. So we start off unboxing as you always do. Lots of bricks in there, lots of bits and pieces. Now you will see on the left hand side there's a couple of elements there that I'm going to point out later on. At the end of the build I'm going to give you my breakdown and my thoughts on the actual set itself. And I'll let you in on a little secret. I don't think this is a very good set, but the minifigures were fantastic. So getting the figures ready as we do, you've got several Mandalorians there. And of course, because they don't take off their helmets, unless you've watched the show, spoiler alert, you will know that we don't know who the Mandalorians are. So I'm guessing that's why they weren't given faces in this particular case, or just simply that Lego didn't want to print faces out that were going to be covered with helmets the whole time. After all, this is the way. That was pretty good, like Star Wars. So putting these guys together, they've all got their little capes there, which I do like a lot. And they also did have like the little comm antenna, or rather the targeting system. So not all of them had that. They've got those blasters there that have become prevalent amongst Star Wars sets, which I will admit I am not a fan of at all. If you like them, drop a comment below, but I do not like them one little bit. I think it's really silly, to be honest with you. I think that they've got such good little blasters and stuff already pre-molded. I don't know if Lego wanted to move away from guns that look like guns, or, you know, have things that shot the studs just for play factor. But at the end of the day, these now, you know, Lego's including projectiles in their game. So I do think it was a bit of a silly move. They should have just loaded them up with your standard blasters there. I think that would have made a lot more sense, to be honest with you. Now we've got them all together here, just putting the last head and helmet on. And I think that these minifigures do look fantastic. I can't wait to add them into my minifigure collection. But for now, we'll leave them there so you guys can see the whole process. Putting everything together now, setting these guys aside. We'll start with the build itself, which looked like some sort of hover / speeder bike, and also just a little gun placement, both of which were very uninspiring to say the least. If you add extra bricks, you might be able to greeble that a little bit. Greeble's a term for where you add little unnecessary bricks, but they do add feature in terms of looks. They make things look a little bit more realistic, as though it's something that might be used, but they are lacking from this, so get ready to grab your own bricks to add to all of that, okay? As you can see here, brick count is pretty sparse, though we were left with a few at the end here, but just to add basic detail on, it would have been nice to be able to run some railings out, maybe use some extra studs to give the look of like an exhaust sort of system, like you've just got those little vents there on the side. But I did like the wing assembly. I know that's extremely basic and simple, but I do think that was quite effective. And you've got more of those horrible new blaster parts on the side there, though they're not like the pistols. They do come in a 1x2 with the assembly there, which you do cover up a little bit, which is sort of a bit of a thank goodness, to be honest with you. This set retails for about between $19 and $25 in Australia. And is it worth it? As I say in the review later on, I believe so, but mainly for the minifigures, certainly not for the bricks. At this point in time, I have actually pulled apart all the brick built areas, and those bits are sitting in my spare parts drawers. So no life for them outside of what we were actually doing today to have a build together. But that's just the way it is sometimes. They don't get it all right, and I guess it is what they consider to be a budget set, where you are just buying minifigures and they've thrown some bricks in for you to play with. Though what we're building now was kind of embarrassing, in my opinion. Very, very little going on there. Not a lot of imagination taking place at all in terms of building it up into something that your Mandalorian may actually want to take cover behind. So just something to be aware of there. This is not much in the way of Lego, not much in the way of creativity either. almost finished up here, guys. So you are going to see the sets together. Thank you so much for watching. And after this very, very small break, keep watching as I do my breakdown. All right, guys. Well, that wraps that build up. I really don't like the set. As you guys know, I'm always going to tell you the truth about what I think of things, and I think that's pretty ordinary. So, is it worth the money? Yes, absolutely it's worth the money because you get those bad boys. They look fantastic. So yes, it's worth it for the bounty hunters. The actual build itself, it's pretty trash. I know the main focus is on the figs. Don't get me wrong, I know that. Also, I'm just going to lay you down there. Oh, no, I'll do the right thing. Take that stupid blaster off you. What do you guys think of the blasters that shoot the studs? I think they're absolutely rubbish. Just give him a gun that looks like a gun that he would have used, and I think it would be a far happier place. I mean, at the end of the day, they talk about safety and stuff like that, but they've developed a little blaster that can shoot pellets. I think it's silly. So you guys are cool. You do wind up with a few bricks. Now, this was the thing that threw me. Maybe you guys can help because you are very helpful. I, for the life of me, cannot see. There's multiple of them in there. There's 4. So maybe they're meant to be going on to the bounty hunters somewhere. But even after I did the build, I did look 3 separate times to see where I should be putting them. They're not mentioned once in the instructions anywhere. What are these meant to be? And if I've missed something, just let me know. Like, I'm not weird about that. Just if I miss something, let me know. Because I'm at an utter loss. They're not mentioned anywhere. The speeder sort of thing, that's rubbish. And I'm not being negative Nancy. I am saying, look, you know. Oh, great one. Good one, Tor. I am saying to buy the set for the figures. But I don't know. Look, I know with a lot of these battle packs, you do end up with just rubbish afterwards, like because the main focus is on the figs. But I do think they could have done a lot better than what they did. And at the end of the day, that's got spare parts written all over it. But the minifigures are cool. I'm not going to keep the blasters. I will happily add those Mandalorians to my collection, but I just think a standard blaster, or even if they'd given them some of the longer range rifles, would have been super cool. So big thumbs up. The set generally retails for about $19 through to $25, and I would happily pay $5 a figure for these Mandalorians. So winner on the figures, utter losing on these. Winding up with a ton of studs and pieces I've got no idea about. And you're meant to be putting a blaster there to make it like a little fighting point, I guess. No. Nah. It ain't happening. Not on my watch. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. I'm going to strip these down for parts, happily keep those guys because they're super cool, and dump these in the ever-growing pile of Lego spares that we've all got. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please hit the subscribe if you enjoy, hit the bell for notifications, and I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch me build Lego. Thank you so much. It's an absolute privilege. Bye-bye.